This video is a collection of narratives and testimonies shared by persons with disabilities, whose past may have been a challenge, but whose present lives have become an inspiration because of the Non-Handicapping Environment Project. This is not in any way a how-to or a training module of the NHE, but simply a reflection on how the project has made a better world for persons with disabilities. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And each single step is what it takes to create a change. But how do we change lives? Let us listen to their stories. I had this disability after I graduated from high school. Since then, I preferred to stay home. My situation worsened. I woke up one morning and I felt totally crippled. I was so hopeless. I wanted to end my life. I asked God, why did this happen to my life? I hid at home for 9 years. Until one day, our focal person, Miss Mylene Sustento, visited me. She interviewed me, but I was very shy. Since then, she would always text and call me whenever there was a program. She encouraged me to come out and join the community. I met other persons with disabilities. I realized that I was not alone after I met other persons with disabilities. I became active in the organization. I became more confident to face a lot of people. I participated in activities like home visits. I can also lead my group. We realize that we cannot achieve everything, but we remain positive in all things that we do. We do not force other persons with disabilities. But we encourage them and show them what we do. To give value and importance to persons with disabilities, I would always share my life story, what I was before, and what I am now. My listeners were touched by my story. Then they realized that if I was able to do it, why can't they? The creation of the Non-Handicapping Environment, or NHE, in the rural municipalities of the Philippines was initially launched in New Lucena, Iloilo, and Opol, Misamis Oriental. Non-Handicapping Environment, or NHE, is an approach or strategy that addresses the issue of accessibility based on the social model and disability perspective.
When I went to the barangays,
one day during the campaign, I went around the village and visited a person with disability. I found out that the child lives separately from the family home. He stays in a nipa hut. I asked the family, why does he live separately? They said, because he is mentally ill. I realized that we should also give attention to the sector of persons with disabilities. There are quite a number of them. But we don't do anything because we don't know what to do. When Ms. Noriko, the representative from the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, visited the municipality of New Lucena in the province of Iloilo in southern Philippines. She asked me if the local government units support the persons with disabilities. I said yes, because we already have the existing data. I've learned a lot from the project. I was able to understand more the lives of persons with disabilities. I placed myself into their situation. I have seen their struggles, and these are what inspire and drive me. Since I am the mayor of the town, I have the right to decide. I allocated budget for the construction of the access ramp. If we don't provide them with accessibility, how can they become functional in society? If we don't help them, nothing will happen. I want to tell other LGUs, most especially those who, like us, belong to the 4th or 5th class municipality, that it is not difficult to make our localities accessible to persons with disabilities. We can make use of available materials like bamboo and wood, which are cheaper compared to the cemented and stainless bars. I am happy that we were able to make things accessible for persons with disabilities. The persons with disabilities will be empowered. They will go out from their houses and they will join the community. They will participate. They will go to the market and to the church. The provision of a SPED class in New Lucena came about as an intervention measure of the local government unit on the survey outcome, which is part of the profiling component of the NHE project, showing that there are many children with learning disabilities or intellectual disabilities. It was a collaboration with the Department of Education Regional Office 6 by Ms. Maylene A. Sustento, focal person of the NHE project in New Lucena, Iloilo. The classes started in June and they were held at the municipal office. The classes lasted for a year. We taught them how to do the basic things like taking a bath on their own, eat on their own, dress on their own. We teach them these things so that they can take care of themselves when no one can take care of them anymore. The equivalent of one child with special needs are 5 regular children in class. The teacher must be devoted in teaching persons with disabilities.
Salon para sa mga persons with disabilities and other.
We are happy to be able to help others, not just ourselves. We provide quality services to the whole community of New Lucena. Even if we are just seated, we can also do the same kind of work.
We already know a lot about work in a salon. I know how to cut hair. Thus, we decided we can put up our own salon already. Persons with disabilities become our inspiration. If they can do a certain thing, why can't I, who don't have any disability?
When I was a kid,
there was a school near our house
in Makati
that teaches children with Down syndrome and those with disabilities. I wonder why they still have to be taught.
When
I assumed office in July 2010, I said to myself that I can do something for the NHA project. That is when the concept of accessible governance started.
Sabihin mo merong transparency, accountability.
But if you add accessibility, it will be for everybody.
Barangay-based approach. Parents meeting. Luyong Bonbon Village in Opol, Misamis Oriental.
Today, I can say that the people here in the municipality of Opol, Misamis Oriental respect persons with disabilities. You will no longer hear of people making fun of them.
Yun lang sa akin na hindi kailangan
I believe that my
malalaki
projects
ang
need
proyekto.
not to be that big.
Mabago ko lang
If I
ang
can only change
pag-iisip
the people's attitudes
tao
towards persons with disabilities, then that becomes my greatest achievement.
Access audits conducted by LGU officials and persons with disabilities to promote physical accessibility in the municipality. Access audit.
It is difficult to get exact measurements for implementation. For us persons with disabilities, ramps are very important. The access ramp is important, most especially for those in the wheelchair or those with serious disabilities. Even though they are only few, they would still be needing it. The access ramp also serves the old people and the pregnant women. I can say that the non-handicapping environment is both a prevention and a solution. We hope that other municipalities will adopt the same project.
I joined and I attended the meetings. I will attend whenever there is a meeting. They let me join the education seminar on the rights and privileges of persons with disabilities. I learned my rights. I learned that I have to assert them. The LGUs likewise cooperate. They mandate the drivers of public transportation to let the persons with disabilities ride in their vehicles. We can report to the Land Transportation Office or LTO the drivers who refuses ride. I am now happy. I am inspired. I volunteered to join the organization. We already have 60 PWD active members. I urge the members to invite more PWDs in some parts of Opol. Our village chairman also helped us enlighten and invite more PWDs. Our village council also supported persons with disabilities. I didn't have money before to start a business. I worked as a laundry woman. I saved my wages. I started with only 150 pesos. I saved every day until I have enough money. I told my fellow persons with disabilities that they should be confident. They should maximize whatever they have. Despite our disabilities, we can work as other people do. Bagokbok Village in Opol, Misamis Oriental. Even until today, I am being bullied by other children. But I made them understand that I am like this because of some reasons. The children in the neighborhood begin to understand my situation. They even requested me to teach them because they said that their teacher sometimes spells words incorrectly. Our neighbors requested me to teach their children during weekends. I joined to become a member. I want to prove that despite my disabilities, I am not different from other people. The way I walk may not be the same as others. but the way I think is similar to
hindi naman
theirs.
kakaiba yung utak namin.
Nangkaon Village in Misamis Oriental. Home visit in Nangkaon Village, Opol, Misamis Oriental.
I was 44 years old when I had a problem with my left leg. In 2000, it was cut off. My right leg was also amputated after 9 years. It was very painful. I can hardly sleep. The wound doesn't heal. At first, I lost confidence because of my disability.
Nag-aalangan ako kasi disabled na yung labas ko eh. March 3, 2005, nagpatawag ako
On
ng
March
General
3, 2005, I called for a general assembly of the entire community.
At doon sa panahong yun, gusto
I wanted to
sanang,
step down then
iiwan ko na itong tungkulin ko.
and hand it over to a leader
Maghanap
who is
tayo
not
ng
physically
walang
disabled.
kapansanan. Pero ayon sa batas ng mga katutubo, maaaring
But according to indigenous
palitan
laws,
yung
the
mga
chieftain cannot be
dato
replaced
kung
if he is still
patay na.
alive.
Hindi maaaring palitan pag buhay pa. Maligaya na
I am happy
nakita
to see
ko
the people
yung
under my
mga tao,
care.
Yung nasasakupan ko, lalo pa
They became
sila
closer to me.
napalapit sa akin.
They
Lalo
love
pa
me
nila akong
even more.
minahal. Nalaman nila kung anong karapatan
The
nila.
persons with disabilities learned
Kasi
their
nung
rights.
una ay parang,
The
wala
persons with
silang
disabilities
karapatan,
did not know
nasa,
their rights before.
Nagtatago.
They were hiding.
Nalaman nila na
They learned that
pala,
they shouldn't hide from society.
maaaring palagi lang tayo nasa likod.
We have our
karapatan din
rights.
tayo.
Datu Norberto Puasan of the Nangkaon Village in Opol, Misamis Oriental, a leader of Higaunon, an indigenous community, was a finalist of the 2010 Gawad Henny Lopez Bayaning Pilipino Awards. PWDs from Opol, Misamis Oriental flew to New Lucena, Iloilo for the leadership and advocacy training for the PWDs. It serves as a turning point for the newly discovered confidence and new friendships made along the way.
I am happy by the cooperation between the National Council on Disability Affairs and the Japan International Cooperation Agency. In order to continue the good examples set by the institutions that we are now recognizing, they aim to establish non-handicapping environment in the rural areas in order to provide accessibility to persons with disabilities. These are just some of the projects that we are trying our best to do. This is just the beginning of the many challenges.
And we will continue the campaign of the non-handicapping environment. Email us at council@ncda.gov.ph. Visit our website at www.ncda.gov.ph. Like us on Facebook, National Council on Disability Affairs.